Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Age channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me guys. Former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua said that at this stage of his career he considers a fight with Deontay Wilder more realistic than a fight with Tyson Fury. It seems that the fight with Wilder is more realistic because I think the things that are happening with Fury are a bit crazy. I've been in this situation for quite some time. Even with these two fighters, a similar situation has developed. But I feel that Deontay has approached the stage of his career where our fight is real. It's not that I want this fight, I think Wilder needs him, so to be honest, it's more realistic to fight with him, especially considering the situation in which we both are at this stage of our careers, Joshua said. Frank Warren, a promoter of the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, says he is ready to start negotiations on the organization of a fight between his ward and Anthony Joshua. I don't know what will happen next because everything depends on Tyson Fury. I have no problem to start negotiations with Joshua's team, but Fury has to make a decision. Obviously, we still have to see what happens to Anthony next week. I think it's a big fight, Warren said. Anthony Joshua is doing everything possible to regain his former positions and be among the best heavyweights again. The Briton claims that he began to use the old methods of training boxers of past eras. I've been doing a lot of boxing lately and came across Ernie Shavers. Perhaps all boxers did it in his time, but Shavers is known as one of the strongest fighters of that era. He said that he chopped firewood for preparation, and it was a form of power and functional work. I began to devote a lot of time to these long-standing methods. Chopping wood is good for explosive power and the like. I adapted these methods, and by the way, this is a good material for social networks, Joshua said. Ernie Shavers, who died 6 months ago, was one of the best heavyweight boxers of the 1970s. His track record included fights with Ken Norton and Jimmy Ellis. He also met with Muhammad Ali and Larry Holmes. The later one noted the tremendous power of the fighter from Alabama. 8 boxers whom Shavers defeated by knockout soon ended their careers. And in 2003, the popular magazine The Ring named him the 10th in the ranking on the strongest punchers of all time. My real advice to the current fighters is to chop wood. Go back to the old natural training methods. My coach Archie Moore once told me before the fight to go and chop wood for 2 weeks. I followed that advice and it changed my life. I would say that doing these things increases your hitting power by at least 25%. Forget about lifting weights, it will only make you slower and more concentrated. Weights are not good for a boxer, that's what I'm telling you. Get back to nature when you exercise, Shavers argued in 2011. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts on social networks. Thanks for supporting me guys. Former world heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder shared his impressions of the fight between David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. I think Caleb did a great job. He has no reason to put his head down because of this fight. For me, there is no loser in this fight. Do you understand what I'm talking about? There are both winners. After that, both fighters will get better and move on. I don't think Caleb has lost anything in terms of business, career or anything else. In his fight, he showed tremendous courage, remarkable boxing skills, the ability to dodge and move. They both gave us a wonderful performance, and I'm glad I came here. Thank you both, Caleb and Davies, for giving the world a great boxing show and entertaining us, Wilder said. Former world middleweight champion Carl Froch believes that the sensational defeat by Andy Ruiz in 2019 dealt a heavy blow to the self-confidence of British heavyweight star Anthony Joshua. Unfortunately, Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz. This defeat took away a piece of his soul, destroyed him, made him nervous. Well, in the rematch he won, outboxed Ruiz in Saudi Arabia, moving and observing safety to win on points. But this performance did not convince me that Joshua believes in himself. He fought scared on his hind leg. But Joshua did what he had to do to win. I pay tribute to him here, Froch said. Eddie Hearn, a promoter of the former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua of Britain, reacted to the rumor that they had to reduce the cost of tickets to fill the hall for the fight between his word and American Jermaine Franklin. No, it's not. When you have dynamic pricing, then the price changes. So we didn't cut anything. One particular magazine wrote that we sold only 20% of the total number of tickets. Yes, I expect that we would sell everything by today, and I won't deny it. But I have no doubt that the arena will be sold out by the evening of the fight. We sold 40,000 tickets and there are less than 1,000 left. Some resources write that the arena accommodates 20,000 spectators. It's not true. The arena holds 16,000 seats, including VIP seats. Therefore, there were 15,000 on sales, Hearn said. Eddie Hearn admitted that tickets are not being sold as actively as for AJ's other fights, but promised that the fight would still be sold out. In general, people like to exaggerate everything. There are several hundred tickets left. They are expensive, and in general, they are difficult to sell at the moment. This is Jermaine Franklin, not someone else Joshua fought before. But on the night of the fight, all tickets will be completely sold out. There will be a great atmosphere in the arena. I think it will be a very difficult fight. We just need to beat Jermaine Franklin. I really feel it's going to be a tough fight, Hearn said. The head of the Matchroom Boxing promotion company, Eddie Hearn, assured that there is no need to worry about weak ticket sales for the fight of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua against Jermaine Franklin. Hearn admitted that tickets are not being sold as actively as for AJ's other fights, but promised that the fight would still be sold out. In general, people like to exaggerate everything. There are several hundred tickets left. They are expensive and, in general, they are difficult to sell at the moment. This is Jermaine Franklin, not a top boxer or anyone else Joshua has fought before. But on the night of the fight, all tickets will be completely sold out. There will be a great atmosphere in the arena. I think it will be a very difficult fight. We just need to beat Jermaine Franklin. I really feel it's going to be a tough fight, Hearn said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.